What's going on, race fans? Glad Dad back in the booth here with Chase Stempley, old CL. How we doing tonight?
Brother, we are fired up, we're rested, we're well fed after Thanksgiving, and we can't wait to get back on track with these Outcast boys.
Man, I've missed each and every one of you. All the fans, all the racers, my brothers on the track, my brother in the booth. And yeah, I'm stoked for 105 laps here at the Lady in Black, also known as Darlington Raceway. Let's get down trackside and see some of these drivers for the first time in a week. Starting with the fastest guy on track, Brandon Brock. Sitting there on pit road with the Bears. He's got the Chicago Bears paint scheme.
Bears.
Yep, and you know who the rival is? This guy right here, sitting in second. Brian Zemer in the Green Bay Packers paint scheme. You know they're playing this weekend. And we've got Aaron Sellers out here from Blue Ridge, Georgia. Not too far from me. And Eric Johnson, currently fourth fastest. Drew Kuhn out there on pit road, looking snazzy tonight. Charles Wilson, the old Cincinnati, Ohio. Rob Williams out there.
Repping the 513 Charles Wilson, me and him. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Cincinnati boys.
And we got Rob Wilson out here in that 61 machine. David Vodka in that old 2.4, looking good in that Wheaties paint scheme. Cale Peterson out here, 12th fastest currently. Ronnie Welchels out here. Glad to see him back. Matt Markland, currently 16th fastest. And Sean Wilson. These guys are the ones on track right now, the 47. Man, I've missed being in the booth with you, Chase, and I've missed these guys for sure. And tonight's going to be a slobber knocker.
You aren't kidding. The Lady in Black always produces good racing, but it's more of a race against the track than it is even the opponents in some cases. These the lines you have to take, and these trucks are awful squirrely, you know, and as we see in real life and even in the sim world also, the Lady in Black, she fights back.
Yes, she does, and I have a feeling these trucks are going to get all scraped up tonight. You know, being too wide here going into turn 1 and 2 is treacherous. And, you know, it's not all about being in the center of the corner. It's getting into turn 1, Chase, too wide, because it seems like you don't have as much room as you actually do. And in order to carry that much speed, I mean, you really got to, you know, rub on each other to get as much, keep as much momentum as you can. And then coming out of 2, it feels like the wall just kind of creeps back in. Let's see if we can't get on board here with someone. Get on board here with Charles Wilson. You can see he's battling right here. So that's the corner I'm talking about. Turn 2. Now he's on the back stretch. Turns 3 and 4 is just fine here. You can go too wide here the whole corner quite easily. Someone can run the wall. Someone can run that white dotted line down there. But turns 1 and 2, that's treacherous. You see how
it's
you
almost
kind of
one
dip
lane
down
through there. It's almost one lane through there, man, and you're coming in there at high speed. I mean, almost top speed, if not at the very top. And then, like you said, it really narrows down to one lane, but then it opens back up in the middle of the corner. It's just the weird characteristics of the tight turn one and two we have here.
Yes, exactly right. You can see Josh Yarbrough here going underneath the 61. And let's see just how treacherous it is. See, he goes all the way down to give him plenty of room. Now, he did make that pass. To see Josh Yarbrough using a different line. He pretty much wrapped it where Charles Wilson, he kind of diamond. He went down to the white dotted line, went up to the wall, and then back down on exit. And that is the preferred line there. So we're going to see, you know, you're going to have to gain some spots here on the restarts because passing late in this race is not where it's at.
Yeah, when the rubber's gone, it's going to be really, really tough to, one, get a run, and then two, use it without wiping out your opponent.
Absolutely, Chase. And we've got a little over 5 minutes left here in practice before qualifying takes a hold here. So let's look at the drivers we have on the cams tonight. See if we can pull that up for you guys. And we've got 3 people tonight so far. We've got Ronnie Welcho out there in the VR. We've got Steve Giberson out there also in VR. And Rob Hamilton, he's either on VR or on the screen. He can choose either. And we've got Eric Johnson just fired up the cam, sitting here in the rig, ready to get this thing rolling. Good luck to those drivers tonight. And Chase, let's go ahead and take a look here at the point standings as they sit after race 5. Eric Johnson in the lead with 144 points. 5 points back is Brandon Brock sitting in second. 13 points back from Eric Johnson. In third is Josh Yarbrough. Fourth is Cale Peterson, 16 points back. Oh, Cale Peterson with a nasty up there.
With a little bump and run there.
Brian Zimmer.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, Brian Zimmer 20 points back in 5th. And then you got Jesse Graham, Ronnie Hurst, Drew Kuhn, Terry Litweiler, and Robert Tibbs rounding out your top 10.
Look at that top 5 separated by just 20 points, and then the top 10 only by 44. That's crazy. Still got a handful of races to go.
Yep, we're going to be halfway in the season tonight. This is race number 6 here out of 13, so yeah, we're about halfway.
Only a couple left in the regular season to lock yourself into that those top spots to get into the postseason there. But yeah, man, we're really getting down to the nitty gritty now, and couldn't have chose a better track for the back half of the regular season here. Being at Darlington, man, it's going to be something.
Oh yeah, and take a look here. We'll pull up the schedule for the trucks. Darlington tonight, 105 laps. Then we've got Motegi Oval, Daytona International Speedway, Michigan, Bristol, Homestead, USA. That's going to be a hoot. And then Texas for the championship.
Golly,
very, very challenging last few races. As we've got about 2.5 minutes left in practice.
Everybody making their final adjustments, getting ready to lay down their fastest lap, hopefully for them, in qualifying to set them up with good track position. But we can't forget, I know it's been a week, but we cannot forget that here at the Outcast Motorsports iRacing League, the top 3 in points go to the back. Oof. That's going to be a tall task for these guys to try to work their way through a bunch of traffic throughout the race, and also to keep it clean. That's definitely going to be priority number 1, but you got to have a balance. You got to move forward, but you got to keep it clean, Adam.
Yes, sir. You hit the nail on the head there, Chase. These guys got to be smooth And they've got to get these positions when they can, because this league is not easy to gain positions in the points.
Especially with everybody being as close on speed as they are every race, week in and week out. The smallest little mistake could be a couple of the points that keep you out of the postseason. That's just what we saw in the point standings. A handful of points here, or 1 or 2 points here and there, that really adds up over a handful of races, and it could come back to bite you.
No doubt about it. 1 minute left here in practice. Looks like Brandon Brock, Zemer, Sellers, Johnson, and Kuhn, your top 5 fastest. Got a lot of people in the chat tonight. Hubert Johnson. Hubert Johnson should be a really good one tonight. Bristol and Homestead back-to-back. Love it. Brock the Troll. Jacob Answorth. They telling us it's going to be crazy as the last regular season race. Yeah, that's why we chose Daytona, my friend. It's a wild card.
Right.
And
at the very least, yeah.
And Steelers 4141 subscribed with the Prime. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that.
That's why we do it right there. Community and hard racing, man. That's what you'll get when you come here Tuesdays and Thursdays every time.
Yes, yes, yes. Come on, fellas. Time to get qualifying. And let me just ask you this, Chase. A couple of questions. Who's your pick tonight?
I'm gonna get, man. I know he's steady, and he's had some bad luck with money shifting, blowing the engine. Had a couple little bad luck deals, getting in some accidents and stuff. But my pick tonight's gonna be Charles Wilson. I think Darlington here really suits his driving style. He's cool, he's calm, collected, he paces himself, and he also puts practice in every week, week in and week out. And that's what Darlington definitely requires, is to get as much laps and as much knowledge as you can leading up into the race. So I think that 57 of Charles Wilson is going to be in the picture here tonight.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right there. I'm gonna have to go with Terry Litweiler tonight.
Yeah, T-Lit.
I'm gonna have to go with old Terry Litweiler.
It's a good pick.
The old Clear Lake, Iowa native.
He always seems to be there too, Terry. It doesn't really matter kind of how the race shakes out, but he always seems to find a way to be in the conversation.
Yeah, Terry Pubert in the chat. T-Lit hates this place, FYI. We can't just keep choosing the obvious. We've got to get some underdogs in here. People looking for the wins. Charles Wilson has yet to win here in the Outcast. So it would be a phenomenal finish tonight if he could capture that flag.
Your pick, Terry Litweiler, up at the top with a 28.93 for his second lap. It's a pretty hot one if you break into the 28 bracket.
Well, we got a 28.750 or 28.78. Yeah, there we go.
Aaron Sellers with a heater.
Josh Albro up to the second position now, as he's scoring his second lap. That's probably going to put him up to the top. It does not. Second lap was faster. Just not enough. T-Lit and Yarbrough with the same exact lap times, 28.93. And Robert Tibbs. Oh, Robert Tibbs in the wall. But you know what? He just scored into second spot. Just jumped up there in the second position.
28.88. These boys are bringing the heat in qualifying, man.
Looks like these boys are, some of them are on track now. Some's already wrapped it up. Brian Seymour now coming to take his first lap here. Now he's being scored. Zemer up to second.
He's saying, go, Pack, go. He's going to let it all hang out in this second lap here in qualifying. Let's see if he can improve through 3 and 4 here. Looks like he gets a good entry. Not too high up near the wall. Keeping his momentum up. Let's see what he times in at. Does go quicker, but just shy with a 28.84 to Aaron Sellers' 28.78.
And
Woo!
let's see here, Charles Wilson going down the Boeing backstretch.
Nice and smooth through 1 and 2 there. Nice high arcing line.
Currently sixth.
Coming out of 2. Let's see what he can do through 3 and 4. He takes a little bit shallower of a line. That might hurt his exit speed. Let's see if he can keep it together. And I know if you get really low on the bottom there towards those dotted lines coming out of 4, the momentum of the truck just wants to go out towards the wall, and it really brings the rear end of that truck around Adam.
Yes, sir, it does. And on track right now, we got Brandon Brock currently in the 8th spot. This is going to be his second lap. We're going to see where he lands here. He was fastest in practice. Let's see if he can top that 28.78.
Let's see what he
Here he
scores
comes.
in at here. Oh, it's going to be a heater.
To the top spot.
28.74 from Brandon Brock. What a great lap.
Now on track, we got Sean Wilson coming to score second lap. He just got in the wall, so I don't think that lap's going to count for him. Ronnie Hurst coming to collect his first time lap.
Looking good through 1 and 2.
See what he's got here. Where is that going to put him? Third.
Third spot. Nice work, Ronnie. 28.83. Puts him on the inside of the second row. All right.
And here
There's
we go.
that 18. Wait until the last minute to get that track as cool as possible. Getting it wound up through 3 and 4 here to take his first timed lap. Take as much track as you dare through 1 and 2. Get a nice arc coming out of 2, making sure the rear of that truck doesn't step out. Keep that wheel nice and straight down the back stretch, the Boeing back stretch. I like that. See, he takes a nice high arcing line. I bet he's really going to go for a burner here. With the tires being up to temp, the track being nice and gripped up for him.
Oh, yeah, he took it easy there. 30 flat for Johnson. And you could tell this second lap was going to be his fast lap because he was high coming out of the corner. out of 4.
Yes, he
So
was.
trying to get all that speed and momentum he can.
Let's see what he could put down. This is it. Coming out of 4, keep the rear of that truck nice and planted. Get on the power.
Second.
P2. 28.77 for the 18 of Eric Johnson. Whew.
Not too shabby there. Man, we've got some, we've got a heck of a field tonight.
Yeah, we do, man.
You can see that track there from up above. .36 mile oval or egg-shaped oval. As we've got a minute left here in qualifying, and then we're going to get to the race, 105 laps. Chase, do you know how long they can make it? Like what their fuel window is? I guess I want to bring in somebody here.
Yeah, I was not able to get that information from the drivers. Yeah, still getting the wheels rolling after a holiday weekend.
Eric Johnson, Glad Dad, Chase in the booth, you got us. Eric Johnson, you got us.
I got a copy.
Oh, we got you. We got you. Hey, man, we're just curious here. You're just going to start P2 here. Well, an EOL. But what's the fuel strategy looking like, or the fuel window tonight?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Going into a race unknown.
I'll let you know about 5 laps in when my fuel calculator gets me some calculations going, because I did not look in practice.
10-4. That's what we need to hear. How are we feeling about this race, though? And just in chat, how is everybody feeling about this race?
I think everybody's just going to be battling the wall. Who can get out of here without the least amount of wheel damage? It's going to be tight. It's going to be tough, and we're just going to have to take our time and really think about what we're doing.
10-4. All right, buddy. We'll get out of there, and good luck tonight.
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. All right, folks. Let's get in here for your starting lineup. If we can, there we go. Starting in P1, Brandon Brock. Starting in P2, Eric Johnson. Starting row 2, Aaron Sellers in P3, Ronnie Hurst in P4. Row number 3, Brian Zemer on the inside, Robert Tibbs on the outside. Row 4, Joshua Yarbrough and Terry Litweiler. Row number 5, Charles Wilson and Kel Peterson. Row number 6, Steve Giberson and Anthony Bennett. Row number 7, Rob Williams and Matt Marklin. Row number 8, Drew Kuhn and Shannon Donathan. Row number 9, Andy Reeves, Jordan Massey. Row number 10, Rob Hamilton and Zachary Martin. Row 11, David Vodka and Tim Freet. And row 12, Ronnie Welchel and Sean Wilson. Ready to get this thing fired up and ready to go.
You're darn right, Adam. And I'm looking at the times for qualifying, and the top 16 are separated by just a half a second. Talk about a packed up field here, man. And the top 22 are separated by only 1 second. Is that something?
That's pretty crazy, man. As we see here, race control turns the lights on the pace car. We're going to go around again to give everybody a chance to get these EOLs issued and get the running order right where it needs to be. And then we're going to go green, Chase.
Get them all racked and stacked. Coming back from a holiday week, we're all charged up, ready to go.
That's right. Well, what's the keys to victory for these turkeys tonight as they fly around Darlington?
Adam, I really think that Eric hit the nail on the head, man. You're really having to not only race your competitors, but it's really how much risk you want to take with the track. Like we were talking about earlier, man, you want to move up through the field, but is it worth taking a huge risk and losing a bunch of points on a bad move or maybe a mistake just from you driving on your own, just driving a little over the edge and making contact with the wall? And then also, you know, traffic management, 100%. It's going to be tight. It's going to be really close racing. And then, as always, it's really, really important to get on and off a pit road, especially in this league where we have a lot of green flag runs. You always want to put a star next to that. Practice your green flag pit stops and just executing your plan and sticking to it, trying to stay clean out there.
Yeah, well, it sounds like some of these drivers didn't really race on the off week, so we're gonna see what they've got. As we've got how many people here? 24 people in this race. That's quite. It's gonna be quite a show here.
Oh, it always is, man. Here at the Outcast Motorsports iRacing League, I'm charged up, man. I've been waiting on this a week, and I'm chomping at the bit.
And here we go. Pace car is off. The flagman's got the flag in his hand as we're coming to the restart zone to get this thing going. Green flag in the air. Aaron Seller's going to take the lead here going into one. We've got some two-wide action already, though. Oh, we got a nasty wreck there. Who was that? Somebody got turned and then straightened up. Woo-hoo. Oh, we got another guy sideways here. Rob Williams. Slideways. Be careful, boys. These tires are cold. There's action all over track. I can't keep up, Chase.
You can beat both, man.
Up front, Aaron Sellers away, already a second. Zemer and Hurst battling here. Hurst's going to have the nice momentum coming up to Zemer. Is he going to be able to do something? No, he's going to follow him. Into turn one, nose to tail. Robert Tibbs right there as well. Back here, Drew Coons got a little gap between him, Marklin, and Donathan. Pretty much everybody's single filed out now.
Whew, let's take a breath. Yeah, let's exhale.
Yes.
I was holding my breath for these guys.
Yeah, this is the first time I've took a breath, Chase. It's crazy. Aaron Sellers definitely not wasting any time. And looks like Terry Litweiler's going to make the pass around Charles Wilson coming out of turn 4. Charles backs out and lets him have it.
Smart move by Charles there. It's early in the race, and if someone's wanting to push you, a little more give and take than there will be later in the race, 100%.
Here we go. We got some more two-wide battles. Oh, the 51 touches the wall on entry of turn 1. That was Matt Marklin. Robert Tibbs losing a little bit of ground to Ronnie Hurst, and Ronnie losing a little bit of ground to Zemer now, as they're 7/10 separated. Zemer's trying to settle in here and go get the leader. He's 1.2 seconds back. And just looking at the times here, Zemer's diving it in a little bit deeper into 3 than Sellers is. Sellers is letting it breathe a little bit longer, probably about 20-25 feet more, Chase. Is that going to hurt the tires or help the tires long run versus what Zemer's doing?
It'll be a short-term gain and a long-term loss on a track like this. Really abrasive, and if you really drive it in there too many times, you're not going to have the rubber to maintain that speed. So let's hope maybe he's going through, I'm going to push for 5 laps, kind of narrow up this gap a little bit, get into the draft, and then let those tires cool off. And we'll see how he approaches it in the later laps here.
10-4, as we've got a pass back here between Andy Reeves and Shannon Donathan.
Hats off to all these guys. I know everybody's charged up and stuff, having a week off, and everybody's being super respectful early in the race here. But once it comes to crunch time, we're gonna see some trading paint come on.
That's right. Well, Jacob Answorth in the chat. This pit entry's rough. Going to be interesting to see how these peeps handle it. Jacob, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. Pit road here is really terrible. As Jordan Massey sideways out of the exit there.
This track's super cool at 69 degrees right now, 69, 70 degrees, and we're under the lights, and it's only going to get cooler.
Yeah, 68 degrees out there. Let's check on Aaron Sellers up here, leading the way by 1.8 seconds over Zemer. That's a fantastic lead there after 10 laps. And these two guys are leading the way. Robert Tibbs following a little further back now, 3 seconds back from Zemer. Shannon Donathan in the wall though, hard. Out of turn 2.
Yeah, like we said, man, the lady in black demands respect. She'll get it one way or another.
Chase, what these guys got to worry about is where they hit the wall and how they hit it. So if you hit it with the right front, you're going to be really, really tight and possibly toe damage. If you hit it with the right rear, you're going to be really, really loose coming off the corner. And I don't know if you're going to be able to hold it with as fast as these guys. With as fast as these guys are running right now.
That's definitely going to be really tough, especially if you get the right rear, like you were saying, into the wall, and it does any kind of visible damage to either the spoiler or even that right rear quarter panel. It changes the handling dynamics of the truck so quickly.
Yeah, usually it's body damage, like the rear quarter panel is usually the first thing that gets gouged or crushed, and it's all over with from there. You've got no choice but to fix that damage. You can see Brock battling with
Speaking of getting up into the wall, Cale Peterson just in 3 and 4 this last lap got up into the wall pretty hard. Looks like he's gathered it back though. He pretty much rode the wall all the way around 3 and 4. He got up in it and then
it sucks you in.
Decided not to battle it. Yeah, it's hard to get off that wall once you get into it there.
Yep, if you jerk the wheel to the left trying to get off of it, it'll spin you out. Litweiler's now caught. Oh, Cale Peterson in the wall again, along with, I don't even know, man. I saw 3 people in the wall right there.
No kid. There's a lot of stripes being laid.
Yes, there is. The lady in black, she's taming some guys of her own.
That's right.
Yeah, she's going to make them housewives at the end of this.
They're going to be saying, yes, ma'am, after this
That's
race.
right. Exactly right. Well, we've got Litweiler. Oh, Litweiler hard in the wall as well. And Josh Yarbrough. But Litweiler's trying to work on Ronnie Hurst. Looking off the rear deck lid of Ronnie Hurst here. Currently running in the 4th position, looking back at the field. Charles Wilson starting to fall back a little bit as Kel Peterson and Steve Giberson. Man, I've been really impressed with Steve. This last month, man, Steve Giberson has been an absolute rocket. On
yeah, man, a lot
ovals,
of improvement.
road course, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go too, man. I've seen him on a couple of road courses, mixing it up out there, turning right and left. And the dude's just a wheelman, I think. You know, you can throw him in any situation, and he can make the best of it.
Yes, sir, he can. Yeah, super proud of how far Steve has come. As you
Look
can
at this
see,
gaggle of geese we have here, man. 2 wide, 2 rows deep. They're getting after it, man.
Drew
Looks like the
Kuhn.
18's going to get an awesome run down the back straight here on Andy Reeves there.
Yep,
Take a
18
look at the
underneath.
3 and 4.
Side by
I love
side,
that
here we
shot.
go. Yeah, we're gonna go into 1 here. Something's got to give. That's gonna slow
boy.
Eric Johnson up, and that's gonna put the 77 right to his bumper.
That was one of those instances where we were talking about pre-race, man. It's like, how much risk do you want to take? And you got to make super quick decisions. You know, is this worth all the risk? Where are we at in the race? We're 21 laps in. There's still a lot of race to go, and look at that. He just pulls over and lets him have it. You know, you live to fight another day.
That's right. You see Josh Yarbrough lost some ground there, and he was in the wall, and he's in the wall again.
And this track, Arlington, man, like the corners come at you so fast that if you beef it up, you know, get into the wall, you really have to be mentally, you know, locked in to just shake it off immediately, forget about what just happened. But you store it in there so you don't continue to do it again. But you have to move past those things really quickly, or it can really turn into a bad situation for you.
Yes, sir. As you can see, Terry Litweiler scraped the wall there. That's going to put Kel Peterson right there on him. Kel is there now. All he needs is a little bit of momentum to get there to him. And here's the momentum right here. He's going to try to take it.
Awesome run down the backstretch by the 20. He's side by side going into 3 and 4. Textbook pass. Great work by the 20.
Yeah, I saw the momentum coming in the center of 1 and 2. I knew he was going to try to make that pass.
Took that nice high arcing line, about a car width higher than the 71. Oh, and he's in the wall. Took a little bit too high that time.
And as we go up here, the guy that's leading the way, 3.7 seconds ahead of second place. This guy's putting on a show tonight, Aaron Sellers. And that's how far back Zemer is. Zemer has lost some ground. Robert Tibbs has now closed that gap back up.
Oh, we got one in the wall in turns 1. It looks like Steve Giberson.
Yep, Steve Giberson. Oh man, he's destroyed.
He went straight into the wall. It looks like he might have had another technical issue or something. Just drove down onto the apron and straight into the wall. Oh, that's terrible for the 60 car. No caution, we stay green.
Tibbs
Like
closing in.
First pit stop here, maybe for some damage. It's Andy Reeves coming down the pit lane here.
Doesn't look like any damage. Looks like a scheduled stop.
A little strategy run here for Andy Reeves. I'm interested to see how that plays out for him later in the run.
Eric Johnson up to 9th place and closing in on the Drew Kuhn.
We're getting to that stage in the run also where we're going to see who overworked the tires and who took care of their stuff, and they're just going to start picking them and flicking them if you take care of those tires deep into a run like this.
He's got Eric Johnson all over the back of him now. Eric Johnson with the momentum. I don't think he's going to be able to get it though. Drew Kuhn with the block though. Drew Kuhn with the block.
Says not today, 18. As he's making a move on the 57. Made the low line work. Oh, gets loose in the middle of turns 3 and 4 there.
Yep, he closes it back up. Oh, now the 18 is going to slide over there, get to his rear quarter panel. Well, no, he lost the momentum. 18 not able to close the distance, or close the deal, I mean.
It does not look like the 18 of Eric Johnson wants anything to do with too wide into turn 1.
Well, he's got to do something here. Positions are key. He's got to make the move. Oh, Eric Johnson in the wall. And Drew Kuhn hard in the wall. That's going to kill his momentum right there. Here comes the 18. He's got no choice but to let the 18 underneath him. Now the 21's in the wall. And around goes 18.
Whew. Tried to really let it hang out there on the top side, the number 21 of Drew Kuhn, and the lady in black strikes again.
Ronnie Hurst 2 seconds back. Robert Tibbs closed in. Now he's only 6/10 back from Brian Zemer. Just can't quite close that last little bit. Oh, and something happened to Zachary Martin here. Let's take a look at what happened. Zachary Martin here in the 58.
Really?
Just slows down. Oh, and then he spins.
I think the technical gremlins are starting to show their teeth here.
That's right. Eric Johnson gets around Charles Wilson. And check out this battle here between the 3 and the 77. Brandon Brock
the 71 of Terry Litweiler down the pit. Dub Bears.
Well, we're starting to see some takers. Starting to see some takers here, Chase. Terry, Matt Marklin, Ronnie Welchel, David Vodka. These guys dropping down the pit road now. Aaron Sellers. Yep. Brian Zemer, Ronnie Hurst, Kel Peterson.
Looks like right about 35 laps is going to be our pit window there, 35-ish, somewhere around there. Robert Tibbs is extending it to a 37.
Which is going to put Robert Tibbs in the lead, and he's going to lead a lap to grab a point. Points are everything here.
Yes, they are, brother.
And here we go. We got a lot of takers right here. Eric Johnson sailed it around 3 and then slams on the brakes to get down on pit road. Really gained some time up on those guys. Jordan Massey down pit road as well. And once it's all settled, Aaron Sellers gonna keep the lead, but he lost a bunch of ground to Brian Zemer. Only 1.8 seconds now separating him from Zemer. So he was a tick slow getting on pit road. See Zemer not too far behind now.
Made up a ton of time through that pit cycle there, did Brian Zemer in the 55 truck.
Yep, I think it's all about the pit entry here. You can push your luck and go as deep as you can, and then, you know, slow way up. There's pass for the lead right there, or for second. Zemer not able to do anything here, slowing him up, losing valuable time.
He's got to make this pass
Tibbs moves down.
as quickly as possible.
Tibbs moves down, but
he lost the 55 a favor right there.
Yep. He lost a half a second. You can see Aaron Sellers now in traffic. Oh, Aaron Sellers.
Oh, no.
Aaron Sellers destroyed.
Oh, man.
Caution is out on lap 40 for the leader, getting tangled up as a mess.
It's at turn 1. It tightens up, and it looked like the car just snapped around. Might have got on the brakes a little bit too hard.
There was no air on that truck whatsoever, front or rear, Chase, and it just acted like he wasn't used to it. Let's go back and take a look here. In the chopper cam, going slow. We're going to see here, they're too wide in front of him. He's going to make a decision here. And I think he straddles. He goes in between both of them. The 30 already letting out.
Looks like the 88 gets in there deep. Just gets loose on him, getting up near the wall there with no grip.
And Shannon Donathan, nowhere to go.
Oh.
And the 47 gets into him as well. 47 with nowhere to go either. He was also hard on the brakes.
Yeah, that goes to what we were talking about, Adam. Risk versus reward. That was gigantic risk, and unfortunately didn't roll the dice the right way and came to bite him. Golly, that's terrible for the 88.
You know, I understand his move. I completely understand why he did it. He's fighting for time over the 55 and he just missed his mark and went in there a little too deep and it went sideways on him.
100% Owen. Man, the lady in black.
.47 with some substantial damage on that right front with getting in to the 88. And we're going to see here Reeves being scored as the leader.
I better be careful not to pass that pace car going into the pit road. It'll give him a black flag. Oh, I think that might be
was close.
Penalty.
That was close.
On some of these odd-shaped tracks, and especially like the short tracks where the corner radius is really tight, it's really easy to pull down to the apron and think you're going pit, caution speed. But if you get out in front of the car ahead or the pace car included, that'll give you a black flag every time for passing under the yellow flag, which is a no-go. That's unfortunate.
Well, the pace car lights are off.
To keep in mind.
Yes, sir, it is. Well, here we go down the back stretch. We're going to go green, and this is our first caution, so really impressed with these guys. Caution on lap 40. I think I would have pit.
Really good.
I think I would have pit for some fuel.
I think I agree with that. Yeah, just to give you that much more of a cushion for the end of the race, make that last stop a little bit shorter, maybe stretch out the green flag run here. Rack them and stack them. Here we go.
Green flag back in the air. Andy Reeves with a nice jump. Aaron Sellers
20.
Back in second.
Might have been something wrong with the 22 of Ronnie Hurst. He was a car length and a half back coming to the green there. Maybe he was trying to sneak into the inside lane for some safety.
22 underneath the 88 in the wall. They touch.
Woo.
The 88 trying to fill out. He's trying to fill out his truck.
That's going to be a wild bucking Bronco, man. He's got some damage to the rear spoiler, definitely to the left side. The truck's going to be a handful for the 88 of Aaron Sellers.
Yeah, you can see there he's got substantial damage on that left side. The rear spoiler's all crinkled up. I guarantee that thing's going to be really loose. Brian Ziemer actually pitted that time for fuel. So he's going to be able to go a little further. Brandon Brock up to 7th. Eric Johnson up to 3rd. And Aaron Sellers, he's dropping like a rock, Chase.
Yeah, he's just has no confidence in the truck. And if you try to carry too much speed, it's going to react in a way that you're not ready for. And it's easy. It's definitely easy watching. Looks a lot easier than it is. I'm sure he's wheeling that thing right now.
Yeah, let's get on board here. See what he's seeing or feeling. Just looking at the wheel. Yes, he's loose. Ooh. Oh man, is he loose? He's got no rear stability whatsoever. And
that's really going to tear through those tires. Also.
You're going to see it here in turn 1. Oh, in the wall. Stuck on the wall, loose.
Oh,
they're going right on by. He's just hoping for a caution. Back in the wall again. And he's going to pit this time. He's got no choice, Chase.
Yeah, 100%. Hats off to him for keeping it up in the wall once it grabbed him. But yeah, he's waving the white flag for now. He's going to go in and try to get that thing fixed up with a little bit of Kentucky Chrome.
And we got a three-way battle for the lead here. Two teammates, and then there's Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson battling with Josh Yarbrough, and he's battling with Ronnie Hurst. These guys right here are teammates. Ronnie Hurst and Josh Yarbrough, they're not going to give him an inch.
No, sir. He is meat in the sandwich right now. Teammates to the front, to the rear of you. Gets a great run off of 2 there. He's going to take a look underneath the 22. Let's see if he can make it stick in 3 and 4 here.
We're going to see. He's going in too deep.
Yeah, boy.
Ronnie Hurst having to check way up. That's going to put Josh Yarbrough closed in.
That 18 was not going to be denied on that pass. He wanted to get away from the teammates there. Now he's going to try to stretch his legs and get a little bit of a cushion here.
Ronnie Hurst lets the 77 go by. Now the 3's trying to contend for that spot as well.
Ooh, loose off of 4 for Brandon Brock.
Now
it's going to put him in the clutches of Brian Ziemer.
And remember, Brian Ziemer pitted here under caution, so he had to work his way back up. So he's had to use a little bit more tire than they have. But he's able to go a little further. On board here with Charles Wilson as he's watching all this unfold. Ziemer now underneath the 22. He's going to clear him coming out of 2.
That's going to give the number 3 an opportunity to take a look at the 22 into turn number 3 here. The 22 give him room. They're side by side coming out of 4. Keep it straight, gentlemen. 22 gets a great run off of 4. Awesome racing from these guys.
And the 77 to the bumper of the 18. Man, what a battle up front.
That 77's trying to put the 18 in the frying pan, put some heat on him. That 77's ready to go.
Oh, this is his type of track right here. Oh, he's giving him a bump draft down the front stretch. That's going to put Eric Johnson in a little bit of a pickle.
It really seemed like the 77 really want to go, and I'm not 100% convinced that the 18 was wanting to run at that same pace, but this isn't a track where you're just going to let somebody go. It's so tough.
You can't.
It's so tough to give up those positions.
The 18s, he's going to have to push it a little harder than he was wanting to.
That's exactly right. Just to maintain that position.
Brandon Brock.
Number 3 takes another stab at the 22.
Yep, Brandon Brock still trying to do something with the 22, but man, the 22 is just really strong on that high side. In 3 and 4, Brandon just doesn't have the momentum on the bottom.
And with all this work that Brandon Brock and the number 3 trucks put through those tires, you can only take so many looks and really dig into the grip before they start going away. 55 in the wall, really slow off of 2 there.
Yep, that's going to open the door for the 22 now. Oh, Brian Ziemer in the wall again. That's going to slow him down. Ooh, Ronnie Hurst way slow getting into 1. He was unsure about what he wanted to do there. Now the 3 is going to be there once again. 2 is inside. It's going to straddle that white dotted line.
I'm going to be honest, Adam. I think the 3 might have to get a little friendly with that inside door of the 22 if he's got any shot to get by. That 22 is just so strong on the high line. And as those 2 out front are scooting away, you know Brandon Brock is itching to make up these spots and try to chip away at that lead that they have.
Yes, he is. And let's get back a little further here. Taking a look here, Kel Peterson trying to do something with Andy Reeves. I don't think it'll be a problem. The 20 gets by Andy Reeves. Andy Reeves pitted earlier, so the new tires are eating him up right now. Back up front, still nose to tail, Johnson Yarbrough. And Gabi Moto in the chat, VR locked up on the 60. Man, I hate to hear that. Take a little further back. These guys are spread out here. Next battle in line is the 61 and the 7. Oh, Drew Coon way loose. What a save.
I think we're seeing the intensity get drawn up just a couple ticks on the dial there. These boys are really getting after it, pushing the limits here.
Oh, the 61 loose. Trying to make the pass on the 7. All that ground loss. Now he's getting back up on track right in front of Jordan Massey.
How in the world did he save that truck in 1 and 2, Adam?
Man, I really couldn't tell you. But he did. No damage at all.
Incredible job from the 61. Unfortunate mistake, but man, he had a hold of that wheel, that's for sure.
You can see the field starting to spread out now as the tires are getting eat up.
Looks like our leaders are starting to encounter some lap traffic also, which we saw that really hurt the 88 of Aaron Sellers earlier. So it's about managing the traffic and trying to pick your spots.
That's right. We can see here the fastest 5 right now. Brandon Brock, Kel Peterson, 30.49s. Brandon Brock, he's on the move. Moved up into the 3rd position. And the biggest gainers, Ronnie Welch up 8 spots. Drew Coon and Andy Reeves up 6 with Sean Wilson. Back up front, the gap is a little bit larger now, 7/10 back.
Oh, Shannon Donathan around in turn 4. Got checked up by the 88. This is exactly what Brandon Brock wanted to see.
Shannon Donathan waiting for the field to go around, and then he's going to whip her around. And let's take you through what happened here with Shannon. Shannon Donathan right here behind the leaders as well. Got into the back.
77 might have had a checkup.
Yep, the 77 in the wall, which checked up the 88, and the 30 got into him. And we've got takers down pit road. Everybody. Drew Coon staying out. Here we go. Strategy play right here.
Roll the dice. Drew Coon to the lead.
All the leaders down pit road. Anthony Bennett with a really good stop. And he's going to beat Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson's going to lose a few spots here. The
It
20.
looks like Eric took tires.
Yep, he did.
And nobody else did.
Joshua Yarbrough took tires. Ronnie Hurst, Charles Wilson, Andy Reeves, Rob Williams, they took tires. Matt Markland took tires. The people that did not, Brandon Brock, Anthony Bennett, and Cale Peterson did not take tires.
Oh, the plot thickens here, Adam. What? And the 18 is back down pit road. There might have been a mix-up here.
So is Josh Yarbrough. And Ronnie Hurst.
Ronnie Hurst. Wonder what these guys, maybe they're going to try to stretch it to the end. Because we're on laps. That's 7 or 8 laps extra. That's going to be a really tall task for them.
We shall see here. As the pace car lights are off. So we're going to go green this time. These drivers need to get out of the pits really quick. You can see them there coming past the commitment line, out of 2. And they're going to catch the field going into 3. Eric Johnson clutching with the truck off. He's going to try to make it all the way to the end.
He's going to try to make it. Take care of those tires, 18.
Here we go. Drew Kuhn. Brandon Brock, front row. Anthony Bennett, Cale Peterson, second row.
So we've got some confusion back here in the back. Let's see if they can get it sorted out before turn 1 here. Doing a great job, yeah, staying out of the racing line. Great job, guys.
Yeah, the 47 was damaged. He pulled out right before the green flag and let the cars pass him on the outside. And here we go. Check this out. Eric Johnson battling with the 77 and the 71, battling with the 62. 2 by 2 going into 1. Oh, the 62 in the wall. Three-wide battle back here as well. Not for position, though.
Oh, man. Critical but hectic restart right there by the crew. Man.
Drew Kuhn leading the way now. 3 tenths, 2 tenths up from Brandon Brock. And Andy Reeves on the move as well with fresh tires. Andy Reeves going to make easy work of these guys right here. Rob Hamilton getting passed by the 71 in the wall. 22 in the wall as well. And the 22 in the wall sideways and still making the pass on Litweiler.
Just a little ricochet action out of 2 there. Straighten him up.
These guys are trying to make passes happen. Back up front. Andy Reeves has made the pass on Brandon Brock right now. And now he's looking at Drew Kuhn here. Oh, he's closing way up on Drew Kuhn. Underneath.
Oh.
Underneath Drew Kuhn.
Move.
Side by side going into turn 1.
You couldn't fit a sheet of paper in between those 2 coming out of 4. What a move.
Now it's Drew Koo's turn. Drew Koo going up. Oh, he turns. Andy Reeves gets into him.
Oh, what a battle we have here for the lead.
Andy Reeves is not going to let that happen. Andy Reeves going to battle back on the outside. Drew Koo's going to dive it in there deep. Andy Reeves getting that fresh air to get that truck rotating.
I think the 21 did not appreciate the move in turns 3 and 4 by Andy Reeves.
He did not. Here comes Andy Reeves back, looking low. Charles Wilson back here behind him, just letting it happen, watching it.
That's right. Cool, calm, and collected. The Army brat always keeps his head during battle. That's right. He's in there, man.
You can see on board here with Charles Wilson, he just closed way in on these guys. And he's going to make the pass.
Go for it, Charles. Daggone. What a move. Let's see if he can make it stick.
Andy Reeves in the wall just a little bit. And they're going to get really
77.
close. 77 loose. 57
What
still
a
there.
battle. The 21 is loving seeing all of this battling back in his mirror. I just noticed also, Adam, that the sun is rising.
Yes.
So this could play a big factor in how this track changes throughout these last 30 laps.
Track tip still 68. And Josh Yarbrough passing Drew Kuhn, Andy Reeves to the lead. And Drew Kuhn. Not sure what happened to Drew Kuhn, but now he's dropped down to 4th. The sun is rising. Drew Kuhn down to pit road.
Finally had to pit after staying out. His last pit stop was lap 41.
Andy Reeves in the lead. Joshua Yarbrough looking to take it. Sun's rising there. You can see it there in the view.
Oh, man.
Josh Yarbrough underneath Andy Reeves. Is he going to clear him right here? Not yet. Andy Reeves with the momentum on the outside. Going into turn 3. 77 dives it in way deeper.
Seems like the 77 is in absolute 10 out of 10 dig mode.
77 with older tires too. Charles Wilson now falling back into 3rd. And Eric Johnson in 4th with 24 laps to go. Looking here now, Eric Johnson, the only one in the 29s here. 29.99 seconds. Joshua Yarbrough leading the way. Andy Reeves not giving up though. Two different lines here.
That sun's really starting to hit turns 3 and 4. Wonder if that's a handful for these drivers yet.
We're about to see here. sun should start being in their face right now. It's behind the clouds, so it's not too bad right now. Eric Johnson, we're going to be looking at these last laps. Eric Johnson out 30 flat. Josh Yarbrough faster.
Right at 2.5 seconds behind this leaky pack here. Seeing if he can chip away at it and still manage their fuel to make it to the end.
Everybody's all spread out right now. Just trying to make it to the end. Will these guys make it, or will they have to pit?
Man, what a race, full of strategy. Oh, man. I can't even guess how this is going to end.
77 hard in the wall. Eric Johnson clutching. On board here with Eric Johnson.
Right at 2 seconds. He's broke 2 seconds, rather. So he's making up time. That big mistake from Yarborough really helped him.
He's got it down to 1.7.
Happened to be really easy with that throttle pedal, trying not to drink too much go-go juice.
Josh Yarborough in lap traffic. Rob Hamilton moves out of the way. Andy Reeves still there. Coming up on 16 laps to go.
Oh, man.
Oh, the 7 trying to make a move here on the 77.
Not enough grip on the bottom side of 4 there for the number 7.
Andy Reeves got to try to get that plan of attack, get that momentum built back up, get another shot at it. Eric Johnson closing in even more. Ronnie Hurst back here in 4th. Rob Williams having one heck of a night in 5th.
All right, Rob, nice run.
Brian Zemer down pit road.
Boys out front are really going to have to stretch this fuel. The longest stint I've seen is about 38 laps. They're on lap 24 of this stint, and Reeves is on lap 25, coming to 26 on this stint. So
I'm not
he's
sure.
even worse off on fuel as these guys.
Well, the 77, I don't think he's saving.
No, sir. He's been in go mode since the drop of the green from that last caution, and he's in the wall again. He's really got to be careful with what you said earlier. That could really take a toll on your truck throughout the run. In the wall again.
And here comes the 7 once again.
That 18 is looming. He's getting bigger and bigger in their rear view mirrors, which is making them push that much harder. He's been consistent, chipping away at this lead, and he's got it down to 1 second. As the 7 goes underneath the 77, and he takes the lead.
Now less than 1 second back is Eric Johnson, and he's been saving this entire time, Chase.
That's definitely going to pay off at the end of this run here.
Yeah, I think he's going to save. I think he's going to save enough. 77 in the wall again.
I almost guarantee, Adam, like you said earlier, I think he's done some right front damage to that truck because it's just a plow machine at this point.
Ten laps to go. I think Eric Johnson can make it now. I don't see where he's going to save any more fuel. And he is. He's still clutching it.
They're going to have to wring out every ounce of fuel to make it to the end here.
Anthony Bennett closing up on Eric Johnson. This is not for position. Will Anthony push the issue to try to get by, or will he try to work with Eric Johnson to get him around Yarborough?
Yarborough up into the wall again in turns 3.
That's going to put
truck
Johnson
is struggling.
Oh yes, sir. Look, he's got a bunch of damage on that right front. You can see the tire. Oh, Eric Johnson using the 47 as the pick. He's going to clear him easy.
Slick move by the 18. Pins him up against the wall. Uses the lap car as a pick. Textbook heads-up driving by the 18 and the 77 not to pile into the back of that lapped car there.
All while letting Andy Reeves get away once again, 1.7 seconds back.
Going trying to go 3 wide.
Oh, Eric Johnson in the wall now.
Very aggressive move by the 55. Trying to get his lap back. One of his laps back. See how he approaches the leaders here on new tires. He is in go mode. Now Andy Reeves is trying to let these guys by in a good spot to where he doesn't lose too much time to the 18 trying to charge back from behind. As the 55's up on the bumper of the leader of the race. He dives it in. Ooh.
Andy Reeves surrounded by lap cars. And now Anthony Bennett's turn to try to get around him. And he's going to go around the outside. 5 laps to go. Andy Reeves in the lead by 1.1 seconds over Eric Johnson. Can Andy Reeves win this race?
He pitted 1 lap earlier than Eric Johnson, so that's definitely going against him, but let's see if he can make it. Less than 5 to go here. Oh, what an end to an incredible race.
Eric Johnson's gaining time on him.
These guys are really having to pick and choose when they want to push, and they're having to watch their fuel numbers, communicate with the team. But they also want to win the race also. Incredible.
Andy Reeves has made his bed, Chase. He's going to go for it. If he runs out, he runs out.
The 18 got a great run through 1 and 2 that last time. He's taking those nice high arcing lines, getting a good run out of the corner.
2 tenths back.
Right on him.
2 laps to go.
It's one thing to catch him, it's another to pass. Let's see what the 18 does here.
He's going to have some momentum here. To the bottom. Oh, Andy Reid's going to go down and try to block. A little late on the block, though.
Oh, he's up in the wall, and the 18 takes him. Drove it a little too deep in there. Let's see if he has anything to battle back. 1 lap to go. Let's see if the 7 has anything for the 18. I just don't think he has the grip, Adam.
I think he's pushed it really, really hard.
He gave it all he had. He's up in the wall again.
Coming out of 4 for the final time. Eric Johnson's going to win it by a last lap pass. Oh, that's a tongue twister.
My goodness. Oh, man, what a race. Wow.
And Andy Reeves made it.
Oh, man. A 39-lap stint.
How about that? Quite impressive that they were able to stretch it that far.
Man. What a race, Adam. My goodness.
You're telling me.
Down to the wire. Absolute last lap pass. Daggone it, man. It doesn't get better than that.
No, it
Welcome
doesn't.
back, Outcast fans.
Eric Johnson gonna burn it down. How about that? And let's go ahead and get in our 3rd place finisher here tonight. Josh Yarbrough. Mr. Yarbrough, glad Dad and Chase in the booth, you got me.
I got you too.
Man, oh man. Whew. You battled and battled and battled. Looks like you had some right front damage from, I guess, from touching the wall there.
Yeah, I run clean, I think 80 laps, and then when it counts, that's when you hit the wall, and then there's the lap car I hit for some front nose damage.
Man, that's unfortunate. You had a hot rod tonight. I mean, you were fast from the drop of a green flag. And just unfortunate there at the end. Got that damage in. But hey, you're going to bring it home in 3rd. And I think you're 2nd in the points, so not too shabby of a night.
I agree. I was going to say 3rd ain't a bad night at all.
No, sir,
especially
not.
here. I think last time we came here, I was the 2nd car, a lap down by the end of it.
Wow. Chase, you got anything for Mr. Yarbrough?
Dude, Josh, that was sick. Yeah, only question, just like how close were you guys on fuel, and maybe just walk us and all the viewers through that last stint, you know, trying to balance maybe a little bit of saving with a little bit of pushing and trying to keep your track position there.
Oh yeah, I did not save on that run. Thankfully, I followed Eric into the pits to top off with the 1 to go because I would have ran out. My truck ran out of fuel as I hit the start-finish line.
Ooh, man. incredible call. Yeah, awesome race, man. Working your way through, and unfortunate, kept it clean for 80% of the race, but that's the lady in black, man. She's a strong woman.
Oh yeah, too tough to tame for me tonight.
But nah, man, you ain't got nothing to shake a stick at. P3, that's good points night and everything. And go ahead and get your shout outs and all your sponsors and supporters out there for everybody.
Alrighty, I'm going to start with the sponsors. I want to give a huge shout out to Journal Fairgrounds for sponsoring this series, along with Grand Island Auto America, Serta, Simmons, Jackie Jones, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram Dealer, J&M Group, Roberts Ball Screw, Lou LaRue, like Tammy Litweiler, and Pinnacle Reps to round out the sponsors. For the shout outs, got to give first and foremost to my teammate Ronnie Hurst. Him and I were battling right there for third place. I thought he was going to take it, but thankfully I had enough just to keep it on the outside. I also want to give shout outs to you guys for hosting this in the booth. You know, it's what we like to look forward to, listen to y'all commentate on the race and tell everybody at home what's going on. And you, Chase, with the racing background, you can really help them step into our shoes almost with this. And my final shout out has to go to my wife. You know, she is always the one there supporting me, watches me on Tuesdays, and just helps keep me steady.
All right, Mr. Yarbrough, we'll head out, and good job tonight.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Great work, dude.
And the guy that come up just a little bit short tonight, 1 lap short, as a matter of fact, Mr. Andy Reeves. Man, I thought you was going to have it.
Yeah, I tried my best.
Yeah, you did. You drove your guts out tonight. And, man, I'd love to see you in victory lane. But you know what? A second, that's a good finish.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get there, hopefully, eventually.
Yes, sir. Well, walk us through the... you were trying to work your way through the lap cars were trying to work their way around you while you were trying to hold off Eric. Did that ultimately kill your run and allow Eric to get closer to you?
Yeah, probably so. That's probably, he probably would have caught me anyway. I don't know for sure, but definitely having to let those guys by killed my time. So, and I was already having to shut it off because I was low on gas. So.
Well,
I was a lap short when we started that last run. So
I'm surprised you made it. I was for sure you weren't going to make it. So great
yeah,
job on that fuel strategy.
Everyone.
Chase, you got anything for Mr. Reeves?
Yeah, man, Adam kind of covered it, but maybe, yeah, I asked Josh the same thing. You guys were really, really close on fuel, and I'm not surprised to hear that you were short because you went a lap longer than all of those guys up at the pointy end of the pack. Maybe just kind of walk us through your process of managing, you know, your push speed, trying to keep position, but also you got to keep an eye on those numbers and talk with the team and make sure you make it to the end.
I mean, I was running as hard as I could. I was just shutting it off in each corner. While I'm getting into the corner, I would shut the engine off, and that's how I saved enough gas to make it.
No kidding, man. Well, that's a pretty slick deal, dude, that you made it to the end. Unfortunate you're not in victory lane. I know everybody wants to be on the top step, but yeah, like Adam said, man, that's a great run. You're up 15 spots from your starting position, which is extremely impressive at a really tough passing track like this that really bites back. So kudos to you, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, if I can just remember to come every week, I might be able to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Put it on your calendar and make that a late season push 100%. Well, go ahead and get all your supporters and your sponsors and all that out there for all the fans to hear.
All right, well, we'll see you guys in victory lane soon, hopefully.
Amen. You got any supporters or shout outs or anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. My mind's blank right now. Not that I can think of.
No worries, man. Well, we hope to see you next week. And, yeah, congrats on the P2.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
You too, buddy. All right, and without further ado, let's get the bride in here, Mr. Eric Johnson.
Oh, boys. Hey, we finally were the bride for once.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you've already got a couple of wins this season, so yeah, I think you've been married a few times.
Yeah, I mean, we had to earn that one, brother. That was a close one.
That was definitely tough. We had some lap traffic that made it 3 wide there with just a few laps to go, and I was unsure you guys were going to make it through there. You bounced off the wall there a few times after they got around you, and I thought your chances were done. But yeah, rallied back and passed on the last lap.
Yeah, we got a bit of a run there out of 1 and 2 and got side by side with Andy, and he just sent her in just a little deep and got tight, pushed up, and we just held our line there and was able to make it happen. Fuel, tires, man. I guess I should have practiced a little more, huh?
I wouldn't say so. Brought it home at P1.
Yeah, we had a lot of luck.
Yes, definitely did. Chase, you got anything for our winner?
Ding dong, the wedding bells are ringing again. Come on now.
Can I get an amen?
Yeah, that's right. Amen. Awesome race, man. Working your way from the back. Nice and consistent. Steady, controlled. I asked the other two guys on the podium here, Andy and Joshua, just kind of walk us through that last stint, man. I know you guys were like tight like a guitar string on the fuel strategy and stuff. So maybe just kind of let us get a peek into your mind on how you're approaching, balance and pushing as hard as you can and trying to gain and maintain your position, but also watching the numbers and making it to the end.
Yeah, like I told you guys pre-race, I wasn't sure on the fuel window. So the first run, we had a nice green flag run there by the guys, and we kind of got a good idea. We got a green flag pit stop under our belt there, and that caution came at a real interesting spot. I knew that it was right on the window of, if we pit now, get fuel tires, top off, and it goes green, that we're probably on the winning strat, whether other people do it with me and we all finish up front. But we knew if a caution comes out during that last run, we're all just kind of hosed, because there was quite a few people I know that just took fuel only and under the caution and was trying to save that set for a late race caution. So when the caution came out, I just knew we were about a lap and a half short, but while pacing and able to top off, shut the truck off under pacing, and we just managed our fuel, clutching in 3 and 4. We were able to kind of roll it, trail brake a little bit. 1 and 2, there's not a lot of off throttle time, so it's not much you can do there. But yeah, just trying to lift early, roll in the corner, save the tires, save the fuel, let these guys kind of race themselves a little bit, and just hope we're there at the end.
Amen on that, man. That's a lot of good information for all you viewers that are trying to hone the craft of saving, but keeping your speed. Get your notebooks out, replay the stream. If you missed anything, that's really good info, dude. And
yeah, 3 and 4 is a good fuel saving corner, to be honest here, because there's a lot of off throttle time. So if you just lift a little earlier than you normally do, get on the clutch and roll in a little deeper than you normally do, kind of even out where you lifted early, but you roll deeper and you're saving fuel the whole time, then you just kind of roll the bottom and save your stuff.
Spot on, saving fuel and saving tires. I like it. That's a winning strat right there, man. You showed it off tonight. Go ahead and sign some babies and kiss some ladies and victory lane, and get your shout outs out there and all your supporters and stuff for everybody to hear.
Yeah, first and foremost, you guys up there, Adam and Chase, calling these races, making them fun for all these people in the chat. We appreciate all those guys in the chat showing up. I see my aunt talking in there about my grandma and them watching. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. We got one for you finally. We got all these other people in here just showing up week in, week out, showing support in the chat, and it's so much fun seeing that. But of course, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, been with us from the start, across the banner. Appreciate them. Auto America, Serta Simmons, Jackie Jones, J&M Group, Robert Spalscrew, Lula Row by Tammy Teelit. We got Drew Kuhn over there at Pinnacle Wraps. He's driving Distinction, painting these trucks up. hit him up, get some paints, and then of course, you two up there in the booth calling these races at Outcast Motorsports Network. Appreciate you guys and all the drivers out here. We had a lot of good racing, a lot of good respect, tough track, hard to pass, really only one lane around here, and a lot of people kind of understood, especially with 1 and 2, just how tough it is. Even if you're letting people by and whatnot, it's super awkward. And so hats off again to the Outcast guys. I mean, it's okay to be an outcast.
That's right, man. All right, buddy, get out of here and get down to victory
Do
lane.
I owe you some money for that? Did I steal that?
No, you good. You're good. All right, buddy, take it easy.
Hey, love you guys. Thank you.
Love you, dude.
All right, folks, you can see right there on your screen the race podium. P1 is going to go to Eric Johnson. Andy Reeves, impressive run by him tonight, bringing it home in the second spot. And Joshua Yarbrough. And let's get the rest of these turkeys up here. Ronnie Hurst going to bring it home in fourth. Rob Williams in fifth. Good run for him. Kel Peterson sixth. Matt Markland, good run for him as well. In seventh, Ronnie Welchel with a good run. In eighth, Brendan Brock ninth. Terry Litweiler 10th. Drew Kuhn 11th. Brian Zimmer 12th. Anthony Bennett 13th. Robert Tibbs 14th. Jordan Massey 15th. Sean Wilson 16th. David Vodka 17th. Rob Hamilton 18th. Charles Wilson 19th. And rounding out your 20th position is Zachary Martin. Chase, man, it's an absolute privilege having you up here in the booth with us tonight, or with me tonight. Man, if you've got any shout outs or anything you want to say, we'll get those and we'll close this show down.
Same as always, brother. I appreciate you guys, the Outcast Motorsports Network, for having the old slap wagon up here, cutting it up with you and helping out where I can. Got to thank the wife and the kids for letting me do this, hang out with all my buddies, and have a good time after work and everything. It's a real good thing we got going here. It's a lot of fun. I look forward to it. And then the big man upstairs for keeping every one of us safe. We all got real life stuff going on and stuff, and we all gather up and cut up and watch some awesome racing every Tuesday and Thursday.
Absolutely, Chase. And yeah, thank you for being here in the booth with me. It was an absolute privilege. And I've missed you the week we were off, but hopefully everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving weekend. I want to thank our series sponsor, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, LuLaRoe by Tammy, Serta Simmons Betting, J&M Group, Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Roberts Balls Group, Pinnacle Wraps, and Auto America. And I want to thank all the fans and all the supporters in the Twitch stream, showing up, showing out, showing us some love. Glad Dad and Chase Stinfley, really appreciate it. And so does all the other racers. And we will be back. Let's take a look here at the schedule once again. We're going to be at Motegi, same amount of laps, 105. So going to be a brand new track I've never even been to. So yep, I'm gonna have to get on there. I'm gonna have to get on there and do some testing for sure to figure out what's going on. But yeah, we're gonna go to Mobility Resort Motegi Oval, and then we've got Daytona National Speedway, and then the activation of the Chase, the top 10 drivers. That's it. Then it's the playoffs, baby. Anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight. We'll be back Thursday night, same time, same place, same track, with the Gen 4s. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. This is Glad Dad with Chase Stinfley, and we will see you then. And as always, it's okay to be an outcast. See you, folks.